guys, welcome back to Bully Outdoors. I'm Andy. So I've had this bow here for about roughly a month now, a little more than a month now, and I wanted to give it a real good review, see how I felt with it, all the little changes I've made on it so far, and also all the other changes that I'm going to make this bow to my satisfactory. But right now, let's talk about my true feelings about this bow. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, so this bow here is the Aimdor A8 by Aimdor Archery. The riser, I believe this is the information that I have, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the riser and everything else that comes on it, minus what I've had to put on here, is Chinese. The limbs that we have here are American. I believe that the American, this is an American company, it's just Chinese parts, American limbs. So, well, as you can see, it says Aimdor here, Aimdor Archery, and when taking a very closer look at it, you can see a lot of the imperfections in the casting, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't give it it's not ugly at all. Not ugly at all. The color, when I ordered it, it said camouflage. I didn't read the details properly, but it says camouflage when you're picking it, and in the picture I don't think it's camouflage, I think it's like the gray, but when you read it, it tells you that it's black and gray, but in the picture it says camouflage, which is totally fine. So what I've changed on it so far is I have put a longer sight bracket here, which I enjoy. I don't have a lot of space in my shooting lane, so my top pin is at 15. I had it down there, I had it for 10 yards down there, but I don't have enough shooting lane, and I can't set this 100% like I want to, so again, I'm gonna have to upgrade my sight and upgrade my arrow rest. So those two things right there are upgraded. I've also had to tie down my Peep Sight because it popped out a couple times. I've had to tie down my dampers because they would slide up into my cams. The D-loop, perfect. Nothing really else. I'm going to upgrade my sights, like I said. It's going to be a longer sight. What I paid for this bow is I paid $227 with everything. Okay, so it was $209 with the fees and everything, and then it knocked it up to $227. All right, now I need to upgrade my arrow rest as well. I'm going to, I don't know, I might get a whisker biscuit, or I might just put in a drop sight. I mean a drop rest. We'll see. How I like how it feels, easy to adjust the tension. I have it fully tensed right now, like it's at its full weight. I knocked it down to 65 for a couple of my buddies that came over who haven't shot in a while. I knocked it all the way down to 30. I don't recommend it. If you want to shoot this at if you want to shoot this brand at a lower weight, I recommend buying it at a lower weight, because adjusting it that far down, the arrows from this level where we're standing right now to where my target is right now, I knocked it down all the way to 30 pounds, I believe it goes down to. Like the absolute bottom is what I sent it down to, and they did not even make it to the target over there. So I was like, no, okay. So I ended up buying my wife a recurve of her own, but she hasn't been able to shoot lately. I'm not sure why. Just hasn't been the right temperature. It's been raining a lot, and it's actually been really chilly lately, So back to the bow. So far, I love it. I love this bow, and I'm going to upgrade it to a new sight, a new rest, and also a stabilizer. I put the stabilizer that comes with it, I put it on my wife's bow just to give her a little bit extra weight on the front. I like the limb savers, but the thing is they slide up and down. Like, look at how close this one is to my cam. Like, you know, I try to keep it center or whatever, you know, but they're still sliding, whatever. These slid up and down, these slid up and down, but at least these ones get caught at the Y here, at the cam, where the Y is to the cam, so it doesn't go that far. The Peep Sight, I like that Peep Sight. The only thing I don't like is that it's very narrow. So even with my other, like the center hole is too small. It's not really that small, but to be able to see the full housing, like the full sight housing, you can't see the full sight housing with this Peep Sight. So the way that I'm going to fix it without changing my Peep Sight, because I like this Peep Sight and it works for me nicely, and if I am going to change it, I'm going to change it to a red one without the band, so it'll be just strictly this Peep Sight with a red. So obviously I'm most likely going to not necessarily upgrade my line, I mean my string, but probably have to have someone, we'll see, a professional or myself fix it to adjust it for my eye. I'll most likely do it myself, you know, because what's the experience, right? You want to experience it all. So anyway, I'll end up doing that. What else here is is something that I would like to mention. Oh, it comes like with the quiver and everything. I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm down to 8 arrows, and this comes with 18 arrows. So I've broken 2 arrows, and the rest of them are either need new fletchings, or yeah, the rest of them just need new fletchings. And I have fletchings, I just don't have the darn fletching tool yet, which I will get. But I don't really want to I might refletch every single one of them, because like I said, they're Chinese, they came from China. So I'm not bad mouthing China or nothing like that. Obviously we need them for a lot of our quality work. But if you can see, like there's glue, and like it's not even glued down properly on the edges and stuff, and like the gluing is not done well. So the fletchings come off very easily if you group too tightly. I've shot off a couple of my fletchings or else they just come off in mid-flight, you know, because they're not properly fletched, like with that little dab of glue. And like you bet you can't see, but if you can see here, they're not even in the right, like the same length. All of them are not even the same length. One is longer than the other. They're not, the helix is straight, you know, but I guess that means there's no helix. But anyway, love the bow though. Upgrade this bow. What I'm saying is, it's a good beginner bow. 100% great beginner bow. From saying that now though, is it worth upgrading the accessories for the bow? I would say yes. I think this bow is going to last a couple of years and can stand and be compared with other bows like PSE, Bear. I would consider this a quality of Bear, honestly. Like, if you didn't know, it came from Amazon, and it was hanging up on the racks at Bass Pro with the proper stickers and everything, because there's no stickers on here other than this here, you know, like nothing on here, or nothing. It's all, so only insignia is here, which is totally fine. But if this is sitting on the rack at Bass Pro, you looked at it and stuff, and everything was done the way that it was when I first got it, because like obviously there's a lot of things that are like, there's a bunch of line on here, a bunch of line on here, you know, from tying it. This has been falling off too, like the little sticker that comes on here, it's gonna fall off, but totally fine. It's a great bow, but to be able to make this the best bow, to make it even a greater bow, is you have to upgrade. You will have to upgrade your sight, you'll have to upgrade your arrow rest, you'll have to upgrade your peep sight. You won't necessarily need to upgrade your dampers, but you know, you got to get what is this, a stabilizer again? You know what I mean? So let's put a couple rounds to it. Let's see how it feels. So that one was high. I'm pretty sure that was because of target panic. I was moving and I didn't let myself settle. So what I'm shooting at is well, obviously my target, but normally I was shooting at stickers the size of like 1 inch. But right now, what I have on there right now is a tennis ball that's on the back of an arrow that I shot and broke before. That one is almost exactly the same spot. So maybe it's not error. Got him. Fixed it. I just had to do the math in my head, that's all. I'm just kidding. What was the problem was my anchor point. Because I had my earbud in my ear, those first two shots, I wasn't putting my knuckle at my ear part because I thought I was afraid to push my earbud out of my ear. But I put my anchor point down, I hit it. I hit the ball. Let's see if I can do it again. And let's see if it was the anchor point was the problem. Well, that was straight on, but high. I think I got it again, but we'll find out next time. Then you know what? Let's throw them all out there. All right, so this one's number 3. Let's see if I can get number 3 right on the ball. Nope, that one was high. I don't understand. I don't know why. Not trying to rhyme, but I don't know why. That one was dead off. Might be my anchor point still. I'm still learning my anchor point. Yeah, it's my anchor point. I can't get my proper anchor point because of this earbud, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Let's go take a look at it. Right. So here she is. So how many times did I hit the ball? Twice and above. So this one nicked it. This one was super high. So the one that nicked it was number 2. Number 3 was high, so no, it didn't get it. Number 5 is high. Number 5 was high, that was the first one, so that was to the high and to the right. Number 4 was high and to the right. Number 6 was high and straight on. My wife's arrow ARB is high and to the right. And then number unmarked hit the ball. That was probably one of the arrows I was hiding in the bag when I got it. And my wife's arrow, I gave my wife, okay, so when I got all these arrows, all the fletchings were all crooked. They were all bent and stuff. So as I was saying, I gave all my wife all my good arrows. That's not bad. Not bad. I will. Could be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 misses. And 2 hit the ball. Ugh. Alright guys, so you got to see me shoot it a couple of times in a couple of the videos that I've done, as well as you get to see it right now, and I'm giving you my honest opinion on this bow. Am I satisfied with this bow? 100%. 100%. Has it done more than I was expecting? 100%. 100%. I was so scared buying this bow that the riser was going to be plastic, that the limbs were going to be plastic. Even though I read it that it wasn't, I was still afraid because I didn't want to get Chinese quality. But it looks like the Chinese are actually upping their game with a lot of their items. So what I recommend is absolutely. And if you are interested, I will have the link down in the description below. I would recommend this bow. For the first timers, I'm gonna let you know that for a first timer, everything that comes with it is perfect. For a person who is seasoned, someone who knows what they're doing and stuff like that, the things that you're gonna run into is the release is too small, the arrow rest is okay, but it's not the best. The sight that comes on it is way too small, so you can't get the full sight window. If you're gonna do that with that same sight housing, you're gonna wanna up the size of your peep sight. But for the beginner and your first timers, it's perfect, because you're going to need to learn the fundamentals before you even notice any of these things. You're going to have to learn how to build your sight picture, how you're going to see your housing, all that kind of stuff. So that takes time. So this is perfect for a beginner. And I would also recommend it for someone who wants an inexpensive bow, but to upgrade it to their perfection. I recommend it. All right, guys. So if I was going to give this a rating out of 10, I would give this a rating a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because I've only had it for a month, and to be able to shoot the quality that I want to shoot, I've had to upgrade a couple of things, which is totally fine, because most everyone that isn't a beginner will know that these little things do need to be changed to be able to make it, to your satisfaction. So I give it a 9 out of 10, and the color is beautiful. All the mechanisms, everything works perfectly on it. I'm not sure, but if you can see, I did a video of adjusting the arrow length. So it's just one Allen key here and adjust it, and I think I'm at like 28 or 29 right now. I'm not too sure, but if you ever get this and you want to add, the number that I'm on is 8. They have it up to 10, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. But I have mine marked on 8. So that's my length. I tried it all the way to the full length, and my anchor point was all the way back here almost, so it's like, no. So I took it back one more, and I was almost there. It wasn't proper yet. So the most comfortable anchor point is this one here that I have it set on right now. And you gotta do it on both sides. So if you do it, you do want to adjust it on your own. Make sure that you know that. And it also comes with instructions on how to do all of it, the adjusting of all these things. So you don't need to worry about that. if you're not a professional, and if you're too afraid, it shows you how to do it. Plus, if you go to Bass Pro, or if you have an archery pro shop in your location, you can also take to them to help you make those upgrades. All right, guys, thank you for watching my video. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you hit the like button, and maybe hit the notification button to let you know when the next time I have a video up. I know I don't have a lot going on right now, but I'm starting to take this YouTube thing a lot more seriously, so stay tuned for other things that are coming up. And so hit that subscribe button, because I do have a contest going on. So at 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna have a draw from all the persons that have subscribed and commented on my videos. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to randomly pick a subscriber, and you will be notified for your address and everything, to where I can send those things. Like I always say, guys, keep on hunting, keep on fishing, and always keep on ripping lips.